I think it's going to be the LeBlanc we talked about. This is just vintage D+ Gia. They just get to play like this all the time, and nobody stops them. Like, am I the only one who looked up these drafts before this series? Or did Breon look it up too and they decided to make these choices? Okay, hold on.
Stay a bit objective about it. But if we look at it, I'm kind of like pretty happy with what BRO have, just on a fundamental level, if they can keep the game slow.
Yeah.
About a wave ahead is LeBlanc right now, but the Azir not going to be too worried about it. There's Deft going in. There's the Polymorph as he's very, very low. A lot of summoner spells being blown here. Kellen throws out his heal in exchange for the barrier heal from the bottom lane of BRO.
That was a really nice Q from Deft, but he has to be careful now. Umpty's seen.
Yeah. Bubble not quite going to land there. All right, Cannon needs to be a little bit careful here. The grass proc going to help him get a little bit more healthy, but does need to be somewhat careful. He's got some biscuits if you'd like to snack on those, but I don't know whether they're going to be helping him all that much. This continues to go the way that it is.
Yeah. A little bit surprised that he hasn't been able to hit any major riposts on those. Good shields from effort here in these type of extended trades. The Drake going over here for D+. Oh, hold up.
Yeah, there's the ult from Henna. Tidal Wave goes entirely wide. There's the flash. Deft gonna get solo killed by Henna. The Wild Growth gets the knock-up, and I think this is the double. We might need to certify it, Wolf.
I think we will. 2 kills to Henna here. D+ on the top side of the map grabbing a Herald, but Deft just gets outplayed here. The flash forward from Henna is great. Effort gets the follow-up knock-up onto Kellen, and that was super clean. And, I mean, you get the Drake here as D+, but you got it very late. Now the Zeri is super accelerated, picking up tons of money here.
BRO thinking about just starting a Baron. As there's a teleport, they are hard committing. Canna has his teleport available. The Drake is going to be taken. They need to burst this down. Deft already here. 50% health on this Baron as D+ Kia a little bit late on this one as Effort going to get double tapped, but not going to go down just yet, but they're splitting up the fight. Showmaker, he dives in. Umpty, he's kept on the leash, and it is going to be the Baron secured by Breon. Can they get out though, is the question, because Henna's going to go down, and now Morgan is running for the hills. No one can survive. Karras will be interrupted. He's over the wall with the lunge, and I think it may just be Effort that lives with this Baron, but maybe BRO can make something work with it, Wolf. And D+ Kia can play accordingly, right? This is what we're talking about. They can split the map and make things difficult for BRO.
It's a 2-threat comp. You know, often these Lucian comps have something like an Azir with them.
Well, there's the culling as Morgan is just going to walk very quickly at him. LeBlanc, she's being so frustrating. As, all right, in goes Showmaker, they dive forward. There's the Empress Divide onto Deft. He can't get over the wall, and they wipe him out. The bottom lane is just dead. But can they actually get any more done? Because this can get a little bit dicey. They're all inside the pit as there's the flash over. Showmaker says goodnight to Karras. And now Morgan's trying to chase after. Yeah, the Drake is going to go over. But can they get out safely is the question. Man, I thought that should have been much better for BRO. But they stopped the dragon stacking. That'll be back up relatively soon. Doesn't need it in a team fight so much.
Now you have 3 items as BRO. Now's your go time. You cannot waste any more time here. Kana is going to push that inner turret, and he has TP. So finally we're on this Baron with the Zeri on 3 items. But this is your last chance, Breon. Better hope this turn is good.
Yeah, they're going to try and burst it down. Kana does want to be able to get in here. Showmaker dives forward. That was massive. And they managed to catch the Nami. Okay, Henna's going to be able to get that first kill as now Showmaker looks for Karras. He goes down extremely low but gets back over the wall, and now Deft is fighting behind his front line. He loves doing this as Morgan able to set up into position, and the Baron is still alive. They got the TP from Kana. That is the main thing as Karras is going to survive. There's the flash out from Showmaker as now Deft dashes away from the extendo beam. They know just how dangerous this Zeri is.
They got to be decisive. They're not chasing Deft. They're letting Showmaker get away here.
And Breon don't want to give it up. They want to try and make this play, but Hextech Soul is absolutely huge here for DK. As Canyon's going to come on over yet again. I've seen this play before, Wolf. I've seen this one. As they do manage to get that Soul, Karras goes down. It's another Baron for Breon, but what does it mean? Are they able to actually win? Is Henna? He does push that ult button, but he's still going to go down to Showmaker, who uses his entire health bar to try and stay alive.
Oh, so close, but yet so far once again here for Breon. And they're just going to take out Effort here cleanly. And that is that. They can push the end here.
Yeah, Morgan does have a Baron. So the minions that are be spawning out of this Nexus are at least going to be buffed with the purple stuff, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. As D+, they've just been using this Baron to bait, and the Hextech Soul Man, like it really did. You saw it just leaping around the battlefield in that Thunderdome, which was quite exactly that. And Morgan, yeah, he's going to try and pull these minions, but it's just not going to be enough. They're taking a lot of damage. But now the Nexus will fall, and bro, they tried so hard. They got so far, but in the end, D+ Kia won the game. And it could have been a little bit better, but that is what D+ Kia's composition was all about. They could have side laned, I think, a little bit better this game, but you did see where the power lied, right? Like that 4-1 style.
And it's the kind of late game damage you're going to rely on in this composition very much heavily. You've got a good front line, and Henna, his Lucian, his most played, we've talked about it so much, is Talia here to try to set up some of these engages, right, and cut team fights in half.
Towards the rift, as Henna is already taking a lot of damage, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, same to be true of Canyon, but he'll be fine as well.
Look at that, just getting wards in your own jungle on your red buff.
Just gotta make sure you got the info.
Is,
unsurprisingly, to most who've been following the season, his first time playing it in 2023.
Yeah, Kara's just going to walk at Showmaker and be pretty psyched about the whole situation, as we can see. Threaded volley comes back off cooldown. Kara's only hit by a little bit.
Well played here from Karas, getting that aggressive trading early. Like, Showmaker went for first strike here, so...
that Jonas Strong is... Showmaker continues to have a bit of trouble, and Umpty's only going to make this issue worse. As he gets over, Karas underneath that turret. There are the rocks. Seismic Shove going to be avoided as Showmaker picks up first blood. It's a disaster for Bro. Oh no, teleports available for both of these mid laners as well, so it's just extra money going over to the Talia. Straight towards a Ruby Crystal. You love to see it, as we're going to see this from Showmaker's perspective.
How quickly he reacts here. The shove misses, but Showmaker flashes, has just enough damage.
No flash.
No flash.
Absolutely. He also doesn't have flash, but it certainly has been a little bit dicey. All right, good little bubble onto Kellen there, who takes a lot of damage, but stands his ground. Red-white guns here for Deft. Umpty moving over as well, taking some poke damage as Showmaker throwing rocks around. Canyon dives in. There's the Cyclone. Wild Growth comes through, cease and desist. Onto, oh my goodness, the amount of damage as Umpty's trying to get in on top of Deft. As the Realm Warp comes on over, Karas looks like he's caught Showmaker, but he goes golden at exactly the right time. The bubble is flashed absolutely beautifully in the Seismic Shove. Cleans up the Nami, and now there's a huge crocodile in front of the Rise. He wants another stun, but he's not going to get it. As Morgan, yeah, he's at full health, but not a whole lot is going to come of it. As, yep, puts down the wine barrel. Well, speaking of which, there is the Weave as well, going to be used to move towards this mid lane. A lot of damage there. Seismic Shove going to move Shirley away as well. As Deft grabs himself the long-range weaponry. He's going to be feeling real good about that, as Canna is seen on the flank, but that is a charge denied. Showmaker gives them the old Teemo thumbs up. There's Canyon moving real fast. There's a Shirelius as they've got on top of him. Cease and desist, and there goes Effort. The cast comes in, but doesn't really do too much, and Canna is going to go golden. It's a double kill, as I think Dominus just picked that one up.
Yep, all right. Burning him down while he's in Zonia's, or rather stopwatch, and this is what I'm talking about. Kana, they don't know where he is. There's no teleport wards. Ever pulling the trigger. It's a great play from Kana. Like, he has stopwatch. This is a zero-risk play. Zero-risk play. Yeah. And if they turn onto him, maybe this gets to a little bit dicey. Maybe he has to stopwatch early. Maybe you actually force the Renekton to flash out and then win that fight before. But I don't want to call this one all locked up. But I mean, Brion aren't even anywhere close.
Well, Canna is just going to use this engage from Bro to head on in himself. There's Effort. Yeah, he's in a rough spot. Oh, the threaded volley. It looked like the empowered one, but it was just the regular one, Wolf. It's crazy. As Canna is going to go into his GA. The slows are coming out as the Aqua Prison goes wide. Canyon looking for that backline as Henna. Oh no, he's being corralled. And Morgan and the Lucian in a bunch of trouble as Showmaker going to accidentally kill the Lucian. There we go. That's the state of this game right now.
And then purposefully gonna kill this Gragas.
Yeah. There it is.
Right?
Oh, okay, never mind. It's gonna take a bit of time as Canyon eventually gets on top of him. As Umpty looking for Canyon. Harris going to come through as well. Is he able to kill him? And the answer is yes. A little bit of a silly maneuver from Canna, but that's fine. He's just feeling himself, having a good time, hoping that Def gets there quickly enough.
This bottom inhibitor is not long for this world.
Crown, but I'm not going to say anything bad about Crowns. As we're going to have a look at this from Canna's perspective, because I don't think he knew that there was a sneaky little Rise waiting around the corner.
He pushed Rise away by himself before that.
In the meantime, Canyon's going to go golden. Tidal Wave coming through, but there's a wall as well, and Umpty's just taken away from his team. Showmaker is going to throw rocks at him, and that is exactly what a monkey does not like. As D+ Kia, they get rid of the jungler, and they're going to continue pushing forward with the remaining seconds of this Baron.
Could just push anybody bottom and turn this into a double play here. Going to be the first inhibitor going down in mid. Pushing top is Canyon.
Yeah, we're pushing Vi.
They're just going to rotate over to the Vi because they haven't cleared vision perfectly, I don't think, just yet. Or at least they don't feel like they have enough secure vision here with teleports up for Karis.
D+ Kia also have 5 people with way more money, and so they're just going to come through and start this fight. Canyon looking for that flank angle as Canna is just absolutely gigantic. Already Karis has done a fair bit of damage, but look at Def's health bar. He's got so much shielding.
The minions will help win the game here too, so D+ could just play this very slowly.
Yeah, they just can keep it aggroed for as long as they feel like as well. I think Deft is happy to tank it forever, as he's got a Bloodthirster as well as that massive amount of overshielding. As Henna puts a full culling into Canna, and Canna doesn't even seem to mind as the wall is going to be set up. Okay, Tidal Wave is decent, as now D+ Kia, they dive on forward. My God, what was that? The Moonlight Vigil and the huge damage from Canna there as well. They ace them in a matter of seconds. That's the Elder, and that is going to be game, ladies and gentlemen. Much cleaner from D+ Kia. This is what we expected from this team coming in. And yeah, they made that look completely unfair.
Very one-sided affair here as Conidus comes in and instantly everyone turns on him. He doesn't even have his GA up, but he's got a Gore Drinker. He goes from like 1/4 health to 3/4 health, instantly gets half his health bar back. D+ coming back here in a big way.
Oh, but we like made all these adjustments, made all these changes, and we're playing so much better, but like, where was Bro, right? Like, where was the team to actually answer it?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that, to be honest. But I suppose we are getting to the point where Gnar is just so comfortable and can get through any lane that players are just willing to pick it into anything, including Sylas.
And inactivity is kind of the dream for Domon. And as I say that...
Okay, some stuns coming in, but it is, again, it's Tahm Kench. I know it's been a while, but he is basically the same champion. Got nerfed a bunch and changed a bit, and he's still here. And this is what I mean when I say shaping the early game. Willer's trying to get as aggressive as possible and try to just skirmish with Canyon early on before he gets too tanky.
Good call. Willer going in very aggressive, gets the smite, even despite the burn. And will be able to pick it up. Canyon not having the smite available there, so was never going to get that. And this is looking good.
Yep, this is the first dive. I mean, if you're not doing this with this comp, you're doing something wrong, right?
Yep.
So, to be expected, and they do it very well. Well, at least it's a lot better understood. Let's say that. As Bertle's in a lot of trouble here. Don't think he's getting out of this one. He does have flash. He's opting to go south, and it might actually work out for him. As, no, can he just follow flashes? Oh, wait! Whoa! The flash auto from Kana's not enough! And the sapling is not even going to chase him.
Is a Chemtech or a Cloud. There's a oh, hold up.
Now they're going to try to pick the Maokai with the Tahm Kench standing behind him. That didn't work. As they saw very soon, his closer's in a lot of trouble. He is getting pretty low, and nice little shield, but it's a bit too much as Willer goes in, kicks in the Sivir, and he's on the run. There is actually a chance as Kyle gets in and shields him. Not sure about that one, though, as it's not quite enough. Envy now frontlining is going to get a flash as he's 1v3, but everybody is so low that he actually is winning this trade. Little saplings, as always.
Ooh, closer. Big ultimate.
Yep, Closer's got it. He actually tried to go in there onto Kana, as here comes Mega Gnar. And there you go, the flash shot in there, trying to get on top of Closer, who's just going to ult him. And guess what? Showmaker just dies on the left side of the screen. We didn't even really get to see that as everybody was chasing Closer, who had Gnar ultimate. And Showmaker was left out to dry, use both of his summoners and still died.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. I'm gonna have to see a replay for that one. We know how Closer survived, and
The flash chains of corruption, like how many times have we seen this? And it's just a great play setup from Liv Sandbox as Showmaker's trying to poke, and, well, this is what this comp does.
oh, he flashed after them. Okay,
Yeah.
well that's not ideal. Unfortunately for Showmaker, they're never gonna make it out of that one alive. Like,
Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be as impactful? Kellen still with Devour is going to be huge as Bertle with the flank coming on in, and double Maokai ultimates as in goes Canyon, and the Cloud Drake is secured, and Canyon goes down, but Bertle is incredibly low as everybody on the side of Liv Sandbox is just trying to go on the run. Kyle might be the sacrificial Annie at this point in time, as he is quite fast, but he will go down in the end, so they trade an Annie for a Cloud Soul, which helps them get away. As, they've got a little angle here as the kick actually gets the Tom Kent straight into the team, and now Canyon is going to get picked as well. And look at the Sivir on the back line. There's just a Jax right on top of her, but the damage is still there. A lot of low health bars here on the side of Liv Sandbox. And Showmaker's still full health as well.
and now on this next fight, I don't think D+ can fight it. I don't think they have the itemization or the control.
Oh boy, that's maybe a dead Kana. He has a stopwatch. There is a Chaos Storm in there. They're going pretty deep for just the Gnar. Having gone too deep is the question. They get the Maokai here, as now they're on the chase for Kellen. Look at the damage that Envy is putting into this one. Just tanking in the front line, gonna cleanse. Goes in with the stopwatch. Did he bait himself and his team in? He doesn't give a damn. He's still frontlining. This guy is insane. As now Closer gets to the back line. That is a clean ace from Liv Sandbox, as they will roll over DK and they will take the game.
And that is going to be it here for game number 1, Valdez. We kept waiting for D+ comps to turn online. Turns out, never gonna happen, at least not in this game. Clean game here in game number 1. The key thing that we're seeing here is that you cannot allow Sandbox to just take full control of the game. This is D+ with this draft saying, hey, you get free reign of the map for the first 20-25 minutes, and if you haven't done good enough, we automatically win. And as it turns out...
All right, well, we had a groan from the audience. You know, Liv Sandbox, they played game number 1 very well because they had so much control and they had so much early dominance, but game number 2 will not look like that at all. And I think they might have misinterpreted, you know...
Kalin already getting some early gold. Deft.
Uh-oh. Deft in a rough spot here. He's going to try to walk it out. The damage not quite there, but he flashes after. And, you know, there was potential for someone to flash in and last hit him, so...
Yeah, this is a...
Either way, he loses
Mount
flash.
disaster. So Envy started with W, which is suboptimal, but not the end of the world. Rather start with Q, but you'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
But Deft already not having a flash is...
Well...
Because this is still a level 3 Elise.
Yeah. And it's got a great matchup into the Maokai. Unless you have a lot of support, as there's another sapling. Very nice repel just to get out of harm's way. But again, it's not bot diving, so it's not what you want.
Well, it still doesn't matter, because they're still level 1. Where have we seen this before?
Huh, I can't recall, Chronicler.
Yeah. And Closer, as we mentioned...
He might TP in if this gets too risky, as no repel. Canyon in a rough spot. He's going to be repelling now, as one last shot will do it after the flash. Not the dive you were looking for. No teleport required to the bottom side. And now Kyle and Envy are safe for now. I mean, there is something to say about the fact that this was 1,000% known by Liv Sandbox, right? Like, it is the most obvious thing. Like we just saw in the last series, and we saw him coming in on wards, right? That Kakuna's gonna miss. That's actually pretty annoying for Canyon more than anything else. I'm not sure that Kana really could have gotten over there and done a huge thing to Willer, but yeah, just nothing seems to be going right for Canyon here early on.
Really hasn't been. And Willer also going for the first strike, so gonna scale immensely well into this game. Gonna be able to get so much done as it really is. It's very straightforward, right? Gets tagged by the turret, and then as a result, it's the flourish into the and then the
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Got him. I saved it.
lead is questionable, but at least right now that he will have in experience and the setup that is there for a possible ultimate of his can still be very threatening, but they can't really give over control as Kana.
Again, he's just going to kind of face check this, really wanting to force the flash. Is Bertle. Good job done there. So a nice little trade going back to Bertle. So once again, he'll have control of the lane. He'll get his flash up first. That opens up some interesting timings as well. In the 1v1, but also in a team fight. Are you a fan of the Maokai skin? Speaking of which, that stun was so close. As now the Hyper Procs and the... Yeah, he's just stunned in. That's going to be the end of Bertle, right? One more auto will do it. Kana will take him down, as meanwhile, Canyon died. And that is going to be secured here by Closer, I believe, who picked up the kill.
You're not going to be feeling too good as I imagine Willow just goes... Yeah, just flashes on top. CC chain comes through and Closer comes in. Not a lot of counterplay to that one as...
It's not Annie, but you can still get it done.
Kana with really nice timing on the hop there, and Bertle at this point knows, yeah, I'm dead. Bit frustrated with himself. Been playing the matchup well up until this point, but that's the problem with Gnar. Once you're in, once you commit, you got it.
Closer's bot, Bertle's top, and you'd have to imagine that Willer and Kyle really should not get picked here amongst all of this. Chains of Corruption gonna go wide as Willer, okay. They're actually having a fight up in the top lane as we speak. Flash available for Kana. He's going to have to flash away from this one as another Leap Strike could get it done. But one small boomerang is all it takes to stop the man with the lamppost.
That's heal. Yeah, very important there is that there wasn't that much vision for Bertle either. So if he goes in there and dies again, if there's any time travelers, please raise your hand.
Oh, okay. We're just doing Baron. All right.
Maybe that was the sign.
They have decided to do the Baron. And you know what? These Saplings and Kyle together are really good at stopping them from getting in here. And how about a Maokai ultimate too? They're just going to take it down in turn. Unbelievable. They're going to pick up the Gnar and the Azir. Just like that. Closer's like, yeah, I'll take a Baron and a side of Gnar. And how about an extra side of Showmaker as well?
There with the vision.
Watch this guy's hands. I'll keep it going. Carry. Yeah,
he was.
True.
Now he has GA.
Now he has GA. He did.
He did have IE, didn't have GA yet.
Okay. Well, now he's going to be massive. And now the Live Sandbox are actually in a decent spot. It's okay, never mind. Maybe as a little engaged from Kana. He's going to get an ult out, but now he's going to get caught, and the pick potential of Live Sandbox is off the charts. This TP, very interesting, but it gets two stuns under the turret. The turret does eventually go down, but very over-aggressive here from Live Sandbox and from Bertle. As now the Jhin is opening up, Closer looking for more. He wants to crit some people down. His last shot is going to go straight into the back of the Elise. And how about a bit more?
Oh, Showmaker. Good luck. If you can flip this somehow, that might be enough, but this composition from Sandbox with zone control is...
This is getting kind of
menace.
Interesting. Yeah, it really is, but...
Oh, don't flip it, though.
I mean, DK also have some options here, although Kana is going to get caught out. That might just be 100-0. Closer gets in, but he's going down. He's got a GA, but the damage is there. They take out Kana. They take out Kellen, and that will be another one. The entire backline is totally destroyed. And Canyon, just on the run, is going to get emoted on as Bertle and the bros from Live Sandbox looking to take the clean ace, end the game, and a potential 2-0.
And Sandbox about to end it all. You don't even need the dragon. Who cares about that?
Do you think they can end? I mean, the death timers are so close.
Kind of short.
They're very low.
They do have a wave. No Baron.
Yeah, the wave. It should be enough, I think.
It's just Callan, yeah.
Oh, here's...
Members aren't there.
Kellen's like, please don't kill it. Okay, well, you can take me. Down he goes, and that's going to do it. Yeah, Live Sandbox will take down the Nexus. There you go, clean 2-0. Live Sandbox, they grab the bull by the horns. They do not waste any time. They take down the Baron, and the turn was immaculate. DK could not stand up to the onslaught of Live Sandbox tonight. He had some big moments, but head and hands at the end as well. And yeah, I think the goal difference graph tells a lot of the story. There was one team fight at the first dip from blue to red, and then the other big dip in the red side was the dragon fight.